His discovery is called the pelvic triangle. The pelvic triangle is a very important area located in the pelvic region on our body. It is made up of three connected points making up the triangle. The first point is on the right iliac bone here, called the anterior superior iliac spine, across to the other anterior superior iliac spine, and then connected by two ligaments down to the pubic bone. Those two ligaments are termed the inguinal ligaments.
Now I'd like each of you to learn how to find your pelvic triangle first before you learn how to move into the backswing. And again, this is not a normal move into the backswing like you're accustomed to. This is a much different move into the backswing. Okay, with your feet about the width of your shoulders and standing straight up, just flex your knees just a little bit and keep your spine straight. Now when you bend forward from your pelvis area here. Don't bend forward by rounding your back like most people do. Dr. Calloway and I would probably tell you that probably 80-90% of the people have a lot of roundness in their upper body, which will limit your ability to be able to turn. So we need you to bend forward from the pelvis and not from the upper back. When you bend forward from the pelvis area, you should feel like your hips have gone substantially behind you. When your hips move behind you, you probably have what we're talking about in the pelvic triangle area here. Now take the back of your hands, the bottom side of your hands, and put them in that triangle area, the crease between your thigh and where your hip joint comes together, both sides, left and right. And I want you to feel that crease. This is the triangle. It comes across the top and across the bottom here on an angle, back down making that triangle. This is what we're looking for. To find out where the inguinal ligament is located, which is part of that, is I'd like you to take your middle finger and hold your hip like so and press it in to find the hip joint or the thigh and hip joint in here. Those positions, that joint is what we're looking for to create in the backswing and in the forward swing. Now I'm going to bring a couple of our students in here to try to help us so you can see at home how I teach them to find that most important lower body pelvic triangle. Okay, I'd like Kevin to come in and help us and to show you at home how you also can find that correct pelvic triangle in the course of the movement. So Kevin, if you would take your feet and put them about the width of your shoulders, just your hands down to your side, and let your knees bend just slightly with your back straight. Now start to bend forward from the pelvis and not bend forward like most people do in their shoulders and round their back. Trying to keep your spine angle back here nice and straight as you bend forward. Now you should feel that there's a flex in here. Now put your hands back in there again and feel that position of that right and left side of the pelvic triangle. Now we want to learn, we're going to keep your hands there for a minute, how to move into the right side, bracing the right leg as we did before, bracing that side, but yet not coming out like most people do of the left side of the pelvis. Let's try that. Put your hands in there, move into the right side, and see if you can still feel some flex in that right side, left side. Okay, let's do it again. Moving into the right side, a good retention of the right knee, and a good retention of the right angle of the right leg, and you should feel that left side. Now, most people, relax a second, most people what they will do is they'll move somewhat into the right side pretty well after a little bit of training, but allow the left side to go. That left side somehow now has to get way back over to its connection point on the forward side, and it's almost impossible. And we try as teachers to help them retain that, and we can't. Again, on video, it looks as if, because of the lines that we drew around the body that you have seen already on this tape, it looks as if they're still in position. But in reality, the right side might be in the lines, but the left side has come so far forward and out that all the movements, the incorrect movements, automatically, intuitively take place, such as laying the club off to the inside and then having to throw it over the top to create impact. So we're going to do that one more time. Into the right side. Now, Kevin, I just showed you a minute ago. Let's move into the left side and retain the left side and the right side of the pelvic triangle. Now, let me come behind you and let's do that together. Move into the right side here. That's right. Now, move back into the left side and hold this one. Right. Now, that's got to feel very strange, I would imagine, because Kevin has been used to making a little bit of move forward and maybe a little bit more flex in his left knee than typically that I teach. So the goal here is both sides of the triangle to be retained, even though we're turning into the right side and moving back into the left side. The right side of the triangle at impact stays intact and doesn't progress itself forward, causing us to stand up to hit the golf